So, welcome again everyone to today's Core Flow. I'm Jules, if we haven't met before, and I'll be guiding you through this core class, and we will focus on combining yoga with functional movement, and most of the poses are repetitive, so you have the chance to do them in your own pace and to keep the focus in the core. We also integrate some balance exercises that mostly finds the stability through engaging the core. Before we start, we'll tap into ourselves by closing the eyes. Letting the outer world be for the next hour and focus on what's moving you inside. Full inhalation and exhalation to come into the present moment. To allow yourself to feel with full authenticity where you are today. Your practice is your personal space. I invite you to make that space your home. A place where you feel seen, where you feel protected, where you do the things that serve you. As you inhale, draw the hands over the side, over the head. And exhale, draw the hands to the heart space, Anjali Mudra. Let your intention come to you. Let the heart guide you the way. Let the breath be your best teacher. Let's open the practice by chanting one up. Inhale. Ooh. Bow the chin to the chest. Slowly open the eyes. Come into a kneeling position on your mat. We'll start by bringing the hips to the left, guiding the arms overhead, reaching the the right hand to the left elbow, reach up tall and gentle side bend to the right. You may look over the left side to find the elongation in the neck as well. Inhale brings you up. Switch back to center, over to the other side, reach the arms up. Left hand to the right elbow, reach up before you go to the side. Maybe gaze underneath the right arm. Inhale, bring it back. Come back to the center. Hips to the left, arms overhead. This time reach the arms up. Use the right hand to pull the wrist to the right. Gaze over the left if you like. Inhale, center. Bring the hips over to the other side. Side bend to the left. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Bring it all the way back. And find a tabletop position on your mat. Take a moment to spread the fingers wide, to find the alignment with the shoulders over the wrist. Tap the toes under, push the hips up and back. Slide forward through plank, bring the knees down, lower the chin, the chest. Slide forward into your cobra, lift from the upper back. Exhale, lower. Stay close to the mat as you push yourself to a child's pose. Plant the hands and feet, hips up, down dog. Stay for a breath. Shift forward, high plank. Knees, chest and chin. Slide forward, cobra. Exhale, stay close to the mat, shift it back to the heels. And then down dog. One more round like this. Forward, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Slide forward into your cobra. Exhale, stay close to the mat. Child's pose. Down dog. Step the feet all the way together. Come onto the balls of the feet. Knees to the right, hips to the left. Inhale, center. Knees to the left, hips to the right. Back to center. So forward to high plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Slide forward and up, high cobra. Exhale, push it back to the heels. Down dog. Take another moment to arrive. Hands and feet firmly planted into the mat. Do you need to keep the knees bent? Wiggle out the head. Take a deep inhalation to the crown of the head. Audible exhale. Let go. Arrive. Step your hands towards your feet. Ragdoll pose. Bend the knees, opposite elbows. Let the torso be nice and long. Let go of the hands. Walk back forward to high plank. Squeeze the feet all the way together. Let's just move the shoulders up and down to mobilize the shoulders before we put any more weight. Then stay in your high plank. Walk the feet to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, come onto the fingertips or maybe bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, come all the way up to standing arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Reconnect with your intention before we continue with the flow. What is true to yourself? Every pose has a variation that should feel good in your own body. I will try to offer as many as I can. Reach the arms up over the head. Reach the elbows wide. Push the chest through. Draw the elbows down. Cactus shape. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg lift. Step it back. Low lunge. Both feet meet. High plank. You can take the knees or go for full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts high. Step it through. Low lunge on the side. Both feet meet. Forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Elbows draw down. Chest moves forward, open. Inhale, arms overhead, Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Left leg steps back, low lunge. Both feet meet, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg lifts, step it through, low lunge. Both feet meet, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up, draw the elbows out, chest open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back, low lunge. Both feet meet, high plank. Stay for a moment in high plank. Roll onto the right side, left arm lifts, side plank here, push out of the shoulders. Both hands down, roll over to the other side, right arm lifts. Center plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Reach the right leg up. Cross it under to the left elbow. Straighten out the right leg. Lift the left arm up. Triangle pose. Left hand down. Push the floor away. Reach the right leg high. Step it through. High lunge. Both arms lift. Reach up. Take the hands to the heart. Fly, warrior three. Just for a breath. Exhale, step it down. Forward fold. Inhale, arms up over the head. Elbows wide. Cactus open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back. Low lunge. Both feet meet. High plank. One more time. Right side plank. Left arm lifts. Center plank over to the left. Right arm lifts. Center plank. Your version of chaturanga. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, hips up, down dog. Left leg high. Cross it under to the right. Straighten out the left leg. Floating triangle, reach the right arm up. Both hands down, push the floor away. Lift the left leg high. Step it through. High lunge. Root your feet down. Draw the hands to the heart. Guide with your heart. Right leg lifts, warrior three. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Arms up over the side. Elbows wide. One last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump both feet back. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Get the right leg high. Cross it under to the left. Straighten out the right leg. Left arm lifts. Pause. Left hand down. Try to lift the right leg before you lift it all the way up and back. Step it through. High lunge. Both arms lift. Hands to the heart. Lean forward, warrior three. Left knee in. Push it out, warrior three. Left knee into the center. Last one. Left leg lifts. Exhale, draw it in. Step the left foot down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg guides the way up, three-legged down dog. Cross it under to the right. Straighten it out. Pause, floating triangle. Really make sure you push out of the left hand. As you bring the right hand down, can you lift the left foot? And then guide it up. Three-legged down dog. Step it through. High lunge. Arms overhead. Pull the navel in. Hands to the heart. Guide yourself into warrior three. Find stability before you draw the knee into the chest. Push it out. Bring it in. One more. Lengthen. Knee to the chest. Both feet down. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Roll all the way up to standing. Find your feet down on the mat. Shoulders lift. Hands to the hips. Shift the weight to the left foot. Bring the right toe out to the side. Externally rotate the foot. Make sure you lean so much to the side that this right leg is automatically lifting. You can stay here, reach the arm over the head to get a little bit more side obliques. Bring it back to center. Right knee high, right elbow to the right knee. Both arms lift. Right elbow to the right knee. Last one. Both arms lift. Find a stable stand, float the hands down. Hands to the hips, shift the weight to the right, externally rotate the leg. See how much you need to shift that this leg lifts. Maybe guide the arms overhead. Draw the elbow to the knee. Elongate the side body. Draw it in. Last one. Both arms lift. Pull it back to center. Hands float down to the hips. Make sure the feet are hip width apart. Elongate the whole spine. And then lean to the right. Gaze over the left. Keep the elongation here. Breathe one more time. Inhale, lift. We go to the other side. Lean gently to the left. Gaze over the right. Can you get an inhale to lengthen? And exhale to deepen. All the way back. Pivot the feet out to the side. Give yourself a squat. You can watch for a second. You want to use the squat to bring it up. Kick the leg out to the side. Come back to the squat. Kick it out. You need the core and the active flexibility in the legs to go from side to side. Let's go. Always come back down to the squat. Use the momentum to kick the leg up. Get some heat into the body. One more each side. And we'll meet all the way down into a squat. Right hand to the left ankle, right. Left arm reaches over the head. Other side, left hand down, right arm reaches up. Both hands down underneath the shoulders. Let's jump it back, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Bring the feet together like we did in the beginning. Come onto the toes. Dip the knees to the left, center, and right. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Right back, down dog. Right leg lifts. Cross it under to the left elbow. Keep the floating leg this time. Straighten it out. Can you tap the hand to the foot or keep it down? Right leg lifts high. Step it through, high lunge. Both arms lift. Hands to the heart, float it up. Warrior 3. Let's cross. Right elbow to the left knee. Bring it out. Elbow to the knee. 2 more. Use the inhale to lengthen, the exhale to twist. Last one. Fly, warrior 3. Bring the hands down, lift the left leg high. Open to the side, half moon. Left arm guides up, hips parallel, pause. Bend the right leg slightly. Can you hover the right fingertips? Land all the way back. Warrior 2. Arms all the way up over the head. Straighten the right leg. Lean to the right. You can keep the arms overhead for an easier variation. Hands to the hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Last one. Bring it up. Use the core. Rebend the right leg, float the arms down. Windle the hands down, frame the right foot. Keep the right leg lifted. 3-legged high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath here, audible exhale to release. And then we do the other side, left leg high. Cross it under to the right. Straighten out the leg. Keep it floating. Push out of your left shoulder. Left leg lifts all the way straight back. Step it forward, high lunge. Root the feet down. Find the stability through the center, through the core. Hands to the heart. Fly it forward, warrior three. We'll cross left elbow to right knee. Lengthen it out as you inhale. Exhale, twist. 2 more. Go as slow as you need to, as fast as you can. Pause, warrior three. Hands down, lift the right leg higher, standing split. Halfway lift with the chest so you can open to half moon. Left hand underneath the shoulder, right hand up. It helps to look down as you bend the standing leg. Hover, pause, step it all the way back. Warrior two. Arms overhead or to the hip. Straighten out the left leg. Reach up high before you lean to the left. Inhale left. Exhale side bend. 2 more. Use the exhale to contract, the inhale to come up. Last one. Very nice. Rebend the left leg. Warrior two. Windle it down. Keep the left leg lifted. Pause. Chaturanga. Inhale, we're facing down. Exhale, down, down. One more deep breath here. Audible exhale. Look to the front. Step or jump in between the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend, arms lift, Utkatasana chair. Bring the hands to the heart. Shift the weight to the right leg. Lift the left knee high into the chest. Lean forward, warrior three. Pull it in, one-legged Utkatasana. One more, straighten it out, warrior three. Pull it in, cross, elbow to the knee. Pause. Back to center, press one leg Tadasana. Try to get the foot to the right elbow, twisting over the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, aim for it. Last one. Pause. Warrior three, float it back. Hands down, standing split. All the way back, high lunge. Both arms lift. Open it up, warrior two. Straighten the right leg, reach the arms up. Exhale to the right, side bend. Inhale up, rebend, lean back, reverse warrior with the arms overhead. One more, inhale, warrior two, straighten out the right leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale up, rebend, lean back. Inhale here, float the arms down, windle it down to the mat, right leg lifted if you like. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing down. Exhale, down, down. Gaze to the front, step or jump in between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana chair, arms overhead. Weight shifts to the left leg, right knee comes in. Guide the hands to the heart to make it a little easier. Right leg shoots back, warrior three. Bring it in, hover, one-legged chair. One more. The more you pull the knee to the chest, the more the core contracts. Float it out. Bring it in, hover, one-legged chair. Cross it over, left elbow to the right knee. Press all the way to standing one-leg Tadasana. Let's try the twist this side. Left foot to the left knee. Bring it in, right knee high. Cross it under. Last one. If you feel a little wobbly here, that's fine. Arms reach up, float the hands all the way down, standing split, right leg reaches high. Step it back, high lunge, arms lift. Open, warrior two. Let's go for the transition. Arms lift, left leg straight, left side bend. Inhale up, rebend, reverse it to the right. One more time. Inhale, lift, straighten out the left leg. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lift, reverse. Inhale, back to center. Float the arms down. Warrior two, gaze to the front. Window the hands down, left leg stays lifted. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing up. Exhale, down, down. One more deep breath here. Let it go as you exhale. Release the tension. Release the expectation. Be here with you and your mat. Serve yourself. Step or jump back to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the feet out to the side. Give yourself another moment in a squat so you can watch. We'll start with the feet together, hands down. Press the hands down, do a little jump to the back. And we'll travel all the way to the back and back to the front. Maybe you can touch the feet to the wrists if you have like some pressing muscles. So let's go from the front, do a tiny hop, press it back, press the hands down. Feel it lifting from the core, rooting the hands down, lifting the hips high. All the way to the front. Can you touch the feet to the wrist? When you arrive, take a moment in a squat where you guide the hands together in front of the heart. Close your eyes. Bring the attention inside. Hands down. Let's try to jump back to high plank one more time. Hands down, jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down, down. Very nice. Right leg lifts. Cross it under to the left. Step the right foot out. Floating triangle one more time. Left leg high. This time bring the hips down. Push it up. For 3, 2, 1. Can you lift the right foot? Maybe touch the hand to the foot. Cross it under. 3-legged high and down, down. Step it through. High lunge. Arms lift. Take a moment here, keep the arms overhead, reach forward, find warrior 3. Bring the hands down underneath the shoulders. If you want, you can do 3 jumps by bending the leg, reaching the left leg high. The top leg is guiding, maybe you find a moment to float. We'll land back in standing split. Right hand down, left arm lifts, open it up, half moon. Step it back, warrior 2. Bring the right elbow to the right rib cage, left arm up and over the head. Make sure you press the elbow into the hip to really contract the side obliques. Inhale, reach up, both arms, left hand to the left hip. Reach the right arm up, press the elbow into the side. Very nice, both arms lift, right leg straight. Let's try the same thing here. Right elbow into the hip, press, reach. Give yourself that self-adjustment. Inhale, reach up. Left elbow to the hip, reach up and press. Inhale up, rebend the right leg. We'll go all the way to side plank. Left hand down in one line with the right foot. Step it to the left, side plank. Push out of the shoulder, reach the right leg, right arm high. If you want, you can lift the right leg as well. Both hands down, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, but facing up. Exhale, down, down. Take another deep Ujjayi breath here. We'll go the other side. Left leg high. Cross it under. Pause and floating triangle. Reach the right arm high. Is your shoulder over your wrist. Then you can dip the hip. For 3, 2, 1. Find a neutral position. Can you lift the left foot? Maybe touch the hand to the foot. Left leg all the way up and back. Step it through. High lunge. Arms over the side. Reach up tall. We go warrior 3. Hands forward, right leg lifts. Place the hands down. You can pause and standing split or bend the left leg. Do 3 jumps on the side. You want to gaze in between the thumb line. Use the core to stabilize. We'll arrive in standing split if you didn't wait here, to open half moon. Bend the left leg. Step gracefully back, warrior 2. Left hand to the left hip, right arm reaches up. Variation of extended side angle. Inhale up, right elbow to the right hip, reach it back. Both arms lift, left leg straight, left elbow to the hip. Reach it up and over. Bring it up, right elbow to the right hip. Reach it back. Both arms lift. Float it down, warrior 2. We'll go side plank on the right. Windle the right arm down. Go to the outer edge of the foot. Side plank. Left leg lifted if you like. Center plank. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, facing down. Exhale, down dog. Come high onto the toes, bring the knees down, sit over the heels, child's pose. Forehead to the earth, hands forward or alongside of the body. Pause, breathe, center yourself. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Roll yourself back up, all the way into a seat. Do a little similar variation that we did with the press walk from a forward fold. This time you place the hands next to the knees. You stay on the top of the feet. You press down, you lift the knees into the chest. You can just keep doing that, lifting. Use the core so you don't have so much weight in the hands. If you want to keep the lift, you can also tap the toes. And just go from here and keep the lift. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees all the way down. Take the back of the hand next to the knees. Give your wrist a little stretch. Neck relaxed. If it feels good, shimmy from right to left. Bring yourself back up. Hands forward, feet back, high plank. Shift forward and back on your heels. So you feel, when is the moment that the shoulders go in front of the wrist? Where is it stacked? And keep that stack. Bend halfway in, chaturanga. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down onto the belly. Arms lift overhead. Bring the thumbs up. You can keep the feet together or slightly separated, hip width apart. Press the tops of the feet down. Lift the torso up for 5, 4. You can gaze where your fingers are. 3, 2, 1, hands down underneath the forehead. 5 lifts with the legs. Squeeze the core in to avoid arching and to avoid crunching in the lower back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down, shake it out. Last step, we'll lift both, like you probably expected. Hands forward, legs back. Let's go for 5, lift it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it holding up, squeeze in the core. Exhale, lower it all the way down. Take a moment to breathe, to pause. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, squeeze the legs together. Pull in the navel, push all the way up, high plank. Shift the hips up and back, down dog. Step or jump forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Roll all the way up to standing. Root the feet down. Bring the hands to the hips. We'll do one more balancing thing. So lift the foot out to the side, externally rotate. Lift it back, over the side, all the way to the front. Over the side and back. You try not to avoid to balance so much with the hips. So if you keep the core squeezed, you should be able to do full range of motion here without going so much forward and back. Let's go one more time, out to the side, back, squeeze the core. Hold the right leg lifted as high as you can in the front of your mat. Swing it all the way through, standing split. One more jump to switch the legs. Lift it up, standing on your right leg. Out to the sides and back. Over to the front, lift the left leg high. Full rotation. Use your breath. There's this active flexibility that resides in the core as well. You want to be able to do these transitions. Last one. Keep the left leg lifted as high as you can. One more switch. Swing it back, standing split. Switch the legs. And land in a forward fold. Feet hip width apart. Place the hands underneath the feet. Feet go all the way to the wrists. Halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale. Bend the elbows to the side. If you need to bend the knees, go ahead. Halfway lift. Walk it all the way back. High plank. Roll to the left. Side plank on the left. Lift the right leg if you like. And move the leg forward and back to check out your stability. Otherwise, just stay in side plank. Bring it back, center plank, over to the right. Foundation, shoulder, wrist, elbow, squeeze. Stay here, lift the leg, swing it forward and back. Only the leg moves, nothing else in your body. Keep breathing. And bring it back, center plank. Vinyasa, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing down. Exhale, down dog. Bring it all the way down onto all fours. Shoulders and wrists one line, hips and knees one line. We'll use the right leg up and back, bend the knee, try to lift from the glute without arching, so it's keeping a flat spine. Then bringing the knee as much forward in between the hands as you can. Lift. the leg back, draw it in. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep the squeeze. Can you kiss the knee? And then right knee down. Let's try the other side. Left leg back, bend the heel on top of the knee, flat spine. Lift it from the glute. Pull it in, squeeze. 5, 4. Inhale to lift, exhale to squeeze. 3, 2, and last one. Keep the squeeze. Draw it in high. Can you kiss the knee? Exhale, let go. Walk the hands out to the front, puppy pose. Maybe you want to stay on the fingertips to keep the engagement in the shoulders. Bring the forearms down, slide all the way into forearm plank, legs together. Hips down, but chest forward. Pull the navel in, lift the hips high, round. 2 more, lengthen, open the heart and chest. Exhale, draw it in. Last one. All the way down, Sphinx pose. Take a moment to relax. You can gaze over the right shoulder to elongate your neck. Bring it back to center, over to the left. Exhale, release. All the way down into the belly. If you just want to open the core, you can take the hands to the legs and just push the shoulders back, lift the knees. If you want to do a little fun drill that's also residing in the core, try to lean to the left, bring it back to center, lift over to the other side. If you have enough space, lift it up. One more time, to the left, back to center, lift into bow, over to the other side. All the way back, lower the legs, the arms. Let everything go for a moment. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, push, and plank. Hips up and back, down dog. Step or jump forward in between the hands, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees with Katasana chair. Most of you know that drill. Sit over the heels, lower all the way down, Navasana. Squeeze the knees together, lift the arms to the front, open the legs out wide, close the knees. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs wide, reach the arms forward. As slow as you can, guide the legs down to the floor. Lift the torso up. If you need to bend the knees, go ahead. Make sure the knees are pointing up. Both arms lift. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Lean to the right. Bring it up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. You can stay in the side bend. Use the hands to go in opposite direction. Root the hip bones down. Lift it all the way up. Let's switch the grip. Left hand to the right wrist. Reach up and over to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale here. Exhale. 2 more. Your breath is your guide. Last one. You can stay in the side bend. Bring it all the way up. walk yourself forward to enjoy a stretch. Chest stays wide, so no rounding of the back. For me, it helps to externally rotate the shoulders, palms flat up. Work the hands back in. Take the hands on the 5 fingertips in front of you. Now you can round a little bit to lift the legs. Make some circles. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. If you get cramp, just tap your thighs. Guide the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Lean forward. Take your elbows in front of the shins. Use that to draw the chest forward and down. To release that cramp that you might have gotten. Guide yourself back up. Find a moment to balance in your Navasana, legs straight or bent. Reach the arms forward. Draw the knees into the chest, roll back and try to find back to Navasana. Legs bend or straight. Roll it back, knees to the chest, balance. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Stay as small as you can in that little package. And then guide the feet down. You can squeeze the knees together, hands in front of the heart. Let's twist right and left. Kind of what we did in standing. But now you want to aim the elbow to the floor. Russian twist, right and left. You go as fast or as slow as you need to. Use the exhale to twist. Squeeze the knees together. Do it only from the core. Right and left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms out to the front. Lower all the way down into the back. Arms overhead. Legs out wide, but keep the heels lifted. Bring the knees to the chest. Hands next to the feet. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way down, arms overhead. Big stretch. Shake it out, whatever you need. Step the feet in so you can touch the heels. Lift the hips high. Make sure the shoulders have a good foundation on your mat. You can place the hands down or maybe you hold your mat. Lift the right knee into the chest. Straighten it out to the front. Heel almost down. Right knee in. Straighten it out. 1 more. Step the right foot down. Lift the hips higher to start. Left knee in. Out to the front. Bring it in. Lift it out. Last one. Step it all the way in. Lift the hips 1 more inch. Lower all the way down onto the back. Knees to the chest. Rock and roll side to side. Hold behind the knees. Bring it all the way up. Cross the feet. Step or jump back. 1 more vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the right leg high. Knee to the right wrist. Pigeon, tap it down. Lift the right leg up. Pigeon position, tap it down. 1 more time, right leg lifts. And then arrive all the way in your pigeon pose. Knee to the right wrist. Come up high on the fingertips. Take a moment to breathe into your left hip flexion. And then bring it down, maybe onto the forearms, maybe belly all the way down. Support the head if needed. Let the tension in the outer hip go that we used for all the standing balancing exercises. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toe under. Lift the right leg up and back. Bend the right foot. Step it either back, tap the floor and guide the right knee in, or just stay in the side plank. If you have the flexibility, tap the foot down, elbow to knee. Last one. Before we bring it back to down dog. Left leg high, knee to the wrist, tap, push it up and lift, pitch and prep. Last one. And then we stay, left knee to the left wrist, open the torso, find a good position for yourself. Breathe into the right hip flexor this time before we lower. Take your time, sleeping pigeon, all the way down or halfway. Take the support you need. Is this practice feeling like you're home? Or does it feel like punishment to you? You are the master of your own boundaries. Checking in, what do you need today? Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, tuck the right foot under, push, lift from the core, three-legged down dog, left leg high. Open the hip, stay here, or tap the left foot down, elbow to knee. Tap it down or stay in the side plank. Or meet three-legged down dog. Step it down to the mat. Observe this down dog. How does it feel? Walk the feet back to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Take the arms to the front. Bend the knees, use that as a counterweight. Sit down slow. One more time, Navasana, knees together, legs out. Pause. Let's lower halfway. Pause, breathe. Floating almost down to the mat. Hover the heels, hover the shoulders. Draw the knees to the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Take in all the air you've got. Exhale, release. Legs out, arms out wide. Shavasana. Let the whole body rest. Trust that sacred space that you created. Trust the nourishment of your own breath. Release any tension you can find, no matter if in the body or the mind, so the soul can fly and travel free. Tune up the volume in your heart. Listen deep. can only share authenticity if we respect our own boundaries. And our practice as a field for learning, for experiencing our boundaries, creating a healthy relationship with them. There will always be challenges. There will always be things that might feel easier than others. Do you allow yourself to have healthy boundaries? Or do you think that strength is overcoming your boundaries? Let the softness of your heart travel through you, so we can accept ourselves with loving kindness. Connect to your home within. Rest for as long as you need to. To close the practice with me, invite your body to wake up gently. Stroke your thumb over all your fingertips. Wiggle your toes, moving your head. Take a few deep, nourishing breaths. Give yourself a big stretch, moving arms overhead, reaching legs far apart. Exhale into a fetal position. Draw the knees to the chest. Use your arms as a pillow. Thank yourself for your practice, for connecting to your home, for feeling yourself, for being healthy, and share this practice with the community. Push yourself all the way up into a seat. Anjali Mudra, guiding the hands in front of the heart. Honor the wisdom of your heart. We'll close practice by chanting Om Shanti 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 together. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Guide your hands to your third eye center, your seat of intuition, to your lips for speaking your truth, and back to your heart. May you always be guided by your heart. Namaste.